Thrash is going to go towards to sort of take the helmet off to then pull by the ears. So I'm coming at you to take your helmet off.
Don't touch it.
Thrash, help!
So yeah, where is it you're heading now?
We're headed
You're
down
to the cave.
To the cave
Yeah.
To get the
below.
frost. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So you guys had travelled up, and it was getting starting to get very late. Sun's going down. You guys managed to get the Mandrake. Yeah, that was it. Mandrake roots.
Mandrake root, yeah.
And you're going to get Frost Shard as it's starting to get. I'd say the sun's dipping down. It's starting to get a little bit dark on top of this mountain that you guys are on.
Okay, so we've not slept.
No, you guys have not slept yet, and probably would want to. So, but it's, unless you guys are feeling like you've got to go
Head
through the night.
first into this.
I mean, Gideon's already had a little nap, but
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I love the fact
fell
they just had its
asleep
respite.
with that one perception. So we can say you guys have started to pick up way down your mountain, path down the mountain, and we can say you guys come to the. It'd probably take maybe like half an hour or something, starting to get pretty dark, and you come down to see like this area is quite frosty. You weren't exactly sure from the directions you had been given by old Joe.
There's a surprise.
He seemed to give you an idea of just be patient and go down, and you'll find the way. But
Yes.
so it happens.
Okay.
You guys have found the way. At least it seems that way because there's kind of ice all over. What looks like there's going to be a mouth of the cave. You guys coming down the mountain, and you're seeing maybe a mouth underneath. But you see lots of ice and kind of like frost kind of emanating from it until it stops to.
Can I try and glide down the ice into the mouth of the cave?
You can certainly try.
Okay.
Get to dice there. You're welcome to give me a performance check to see if you can show off to the
okay.
the other two here. We'll say that's the others thought they'd stay back with old Joe to help brew the potion or whatever.
Try and get him to be a bit more helpful.
Yeah, they thought maybe we can get something out of this guy, So those two have stayed, who aren't here today.
13.
13. I'll say you slide down to look very, try and show off. And I mean, I don't know how much you guys would be impressed, but at least managed to go down without breaking the bone, which is actually kind of impressive with what you're trying to do. You come all the way down, and you come face to face with with someone in front of you, someone who's been trying to search you guys out, but has now, took a few wrong turns trying to follow your paths because you guys probably did a lot of twisting and turning yourselves, but it's finally caught up to you guys. And you may introduce yourself, Graham.
Okay, so you almost you've come down and you nearly hit me, or that's what it sounds like,
You can go that far if you like.
Oh no! I just got the image of you swinging down and I'm just standing there like.
You have to do a star jump. It goes between your legs.
I'm just imagining myself sliding down like this as well.
in your loincloth.
In my loincloth.
Flip flops.
Okay.
With socks on.
So is it just him that I will see initially?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
See if you notice anyone else. You certainly noticed the monk wearing very little flying between your...
3.
A 3. You were so startled by this half-naked man flying between your legs that you don't quite notice the other two further up in the mountain.
Have you ever half-naked man?
Yeah. Well, hello there.
What? Who? What? What?
Can we see that Benedict has run upon somebody, or can we not see down?
You guys can be perception checks as well.
Yeah.
He's probably going to point his glaive towards the half-naked man.
13.
12.
13, 12. Okay. I feel like you guys can probably see that he's come across somebody It's starting to get a bit dark, so you can't tell much about what they look like. But there's definitely a figure down there, maybe a glinting of some armor or something, but you can't tell too much from where you guys are currently. You haven't gone down the slippery slide express, so you're not close enough yet.
What are you doing?
Well, that's a very nice greeting. I am Bishop Benedict Buzzington. I am the guidance. I am here to guide you on this journey.
What do you know of my journey?
I know everything of your journey, my good sir.
Benedict. I've got my voice down.
It's all right.
Okay.
Thrash. Yes. Guy. Pointing sword.
Throw Git down.
Yes.
No.
I'm just going to pick up Gideon and throw him down to help.
I don't have time to resist.
This has happened more than once already.
You can glide in, it'll be fine. That's the quickest way for me to get help in. So,
Parachute in the
parachuting you in.
paratroopers. Yeah, we can say, give me an athletics check. See how hard you're sending him downstream. Yeah.
15.
Okay, pretty hard. You know, you're going down at like some speed as you fly down towards this armored figure with supposedly a sword. That's what you heard. So, what would you do as you fly down? You got some space to land. You can see this figure. You're a little bit closer, and you can see.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and see if I can get my shield out and put it up to protect the bishop, just in case he needs it. But it's a lot of coordination, so they'll roll. For,
give me dexterity.
I think. 7. That's going to actually be 8.
What part of this goes slightly wrong? I'm thinking as you find out you're so focused on pulling up your shield to protect Benedict, you don't quite stick the landing. Because to take out your shield, you have to stop gliding because you have to hold it up. So to a certain extent, I'm thinking, because there's like some ice, frost, kind of like powdered snow around, you almost kind of go down into some snow, like almost like waist deep or something. But you got your shield up, you're in front of Benedict, but there's maybe quite a lot of space above you that you could just poke over if you decided to.
Why? Hello there, Gideon.
Fear not, Bishop.
I am definitely not fearful.
Well, Antonious, have I encountered a pigeon man before?
Roll me a history check. We'll see whether you have.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I think I'm going to be like on my bum, shuffling down, like sliding down the hill to sort of join you.
That's a nice bum shuffle. 16. You've probably met a couple Luma pigeon people, as they're, I don't know if it's derogatory, but you've met some before, maybe even had an acquaintance or something. So you kind of,
okay.
They're quite short. I mean, in fact, you gave a description. We've not given descriptions to everyone else.
Gideon, he's about 3 foot tall, armored pigeon, just scruffy chainmail. He's a bit rough and ready, but he does have a very nice bit of plumage around the neck, which he makes sure to show off, which may not be the best from a defensive point of view. But
And I'm a 9 foot tall barbarian Goliath, basically very sort of battered and scarred, also just in like a sort of loincloth, bare chest, got a really big club and a little club.
Okay.
I love the fact that we just made that as part of your character now. It's a big club, small club situation. I'm a human monk. I would very chiseled guy. He wears a loincloth with socks and sandals.
Yes.
And
as we learned from the short.
As we learned. Okay. What? You know each other?
Clearly, yes.
barely, yes.
And you are in this cave for what?
Well, apparently we're here destined to meet you, so I guess you.
I was thinking that potentially, as I sent the message, you'd been in town and you thought, I know these people. You hadn't met the other people here, but you heard that they were here and they went to go and try and get some ingredients to make, or at least to go and get a potion from old Joe.
Yes.
And you thought, you'll head off with them, try and catch up with them, because you've been in this town since the fracture event, as we discussed, backstory things. So you decided, I'll catch up with them because these guys don't like magic, this town. They seem to be like, whoa, what is this hocus pocus? So you've gone to catch up, but you had no idea what they looked like or anything. So,
so you two were the ones looking for the ingredients?
I guess so. Yes.
You
Not as
guess so? You either are or you're not.
We are.
We're looking for some ingredients.
Yes. If they're the right ingredients for the herbs, we are very unclear. Ojo could genuinely... He's a really... How do we describe Ojo? I say this to Gideon.
Cool.
Cool?
Fabulous word for him. Cool.
Well, looking at you, you must also be cold. It is cold here.
This body could never get cold.
You could tell your nipples that.
Give me a constitution check. Constitution check.
That is 13. Are my nipples cold?
Your nipples are a little bit hard, but I'd say despite all the ice, maybe you were like...
The adrenaline.
It's the adrenaline.
Yeah, I mean, you've slid down some ice before with your, only wearing a loincloth body.
Yeah.
But you're probably like a little bit, but nothing, a bit of running around where it's, you're not too cold.
Okay.
Okay, well, venture forward.
Can I stumble across now? Got both my clubs. Look at you guys. Friend? Foe?
Small club.
Okay, I'm going to go forth to hit.
Oh, yeah.
You just arrived.
Yeah, I think everyone's in danger from Antonious, so I'm going to try and hit him now.
I
based
frantically
on this.
start flapping and trying to dissuade you from this course of action.
Okay, I'm going to look confused.
No.
Friend? Foe?
Thrash?
Friend.
No.
Friend.
Someone's saying no, that's what's saying friend.
Yeah.
No friend.
Yeah.
Friend.
Yes.
So what are your names?
Me, Thrash.
Me, Gideon.
Me, Benedict. Bishop Benedict.
I Antonious. He's now starting to wonder if they understand everything that's going on in the world. Okay, what do you know about what's in cave?
Well, we're looking for an ice shard. Looks like there's plenty of them to me.
Just any ice shard?
Frost shards, specifically. Yes. Don't know if any of you know what one of those is. I was hoping I'd know it when I saw it.
Same, to be honest.
You guys might at least recall, just to give you guys a top up from what you were told by Old Joe. Old Joe had said there was, well, I can repeat back vaguely what he said in his, let's see. Oh, what was his voice again? Yes.
Yeah.
Like this, yes. Well. There was my old friend down in the cave below. Yes, he's taking a rest. During the spring and the summer, no warmth he's not a fan of. He goes to sleep. But he loves the winter. He comes out during the winter. But if you're able to wake him, then convince him it's winter, then we might be able to give you a frost shard. So he's an ice elemental. You'll like my friend.
I don't remember hearing this last time. I think it was ice elemental.
Maybe I'm giving more information this time, but you at least remember
that, guys. Yeah.
he has a friend down in the cave who likes the winter and sleeps in warmth and awakens in winter.
I'm assuming you tell me this.
Yeah.
Succinctly.
Saying we think there's a friend of old Joe's down here. We're just going to go see how he's doing, wake him up.
Are you old Joe's friend?
I am not. I do not know old Joe.
Like we said, he's a very cool guy. I think you'd like him.
Oh, well, if you think he was cool, maybe not.
I've got a hunch this guy's going to be even cooler. Let's go.
So, friend, this is for sure.
A friend's very subjective, isn't it?
Agreed. I would say we're friends.
I see. All right. Well, I guess Antonious, yes, we'll start walking into the cave.
Yeah. So I'll say the entrance to the cave, it looks like it's kind of like lots of icicles, but they've like joined from the ceiling and from the bottom. Stalagmites, stalactites kind of thing of ice. So they kind of form like bars almost of like a prison type thing. And there's like some gaps between them, but they're not particularly large. They're like maybe, I don't know, like 30 centimeters or something. Like not enough necessarily for, say, a Goliath to wiggle through or anything, but it's kind of these kind of icicle bars, as it were, blocking the entrance.
Wide enough for a Luma to squeeze through?
Potentially. Especially with that plumage, maybe it's like a cat. You take the fur, like a bird, you pluck the feathers. There's just this tiny little rat underneath.
Gideon's going to try. He's just going to see out of curiosity before he assesses the situation. So he's going to give it a go.
Give me... Ooh.
Can I try and push him through?
You could certainly give me a strength check, but do it with advantage. I'm thinking of you trying to suck yourself in and then also getting shoved through by...
well, that's 19 plus 3, so that's a good start.
Ooh.
See if I can get a 20. Nah. So I'll stick to 19 plus 3, 22.
So it's 2. I'd say that it's a bit of a, it's pretty thin, but, you suck in as much as you can, and then, boom, you just, flying kick out nowhere or something.
Yeah. I just flex my core.
just pure ab energy as sent you through. You do pop through just about. You're kind of almost surprised by how you got through that. Because you kind of look at yourself and you're like, I don't fit through that gap. It's pretty small, but hey ho, you're inside, and you can kind of see the cave kind of expands a lot more in here. There's a lot of icicles and a little bit of water kind of dripping down in different areas. And there's potentially further into the cave, but you've definitely been successful with popping through.
Okay. Well, I want to turn around now and ponder how I'm going to get my friends through.
Thrash is going to be very annoyed by this obstacle and all this time wasting and talking that is going completely over his head. So he's just going to go straight up to the ice and try and pull it, break it, bash it, hit it.
I said, Thrash.
Run at it. Yeah. He's going to understand. He's just going to back up and run
I don't
full...
think that is a good idea.
How thick is the ice?
Ooh.
So I'm guessing if the ice bars, they're going to be breakable.
They look like they could be broken with quite a lot of strength potentially, but they look like they could be broken.
Okay.
I'm going to run at it, as has been suggested. No one seems to be stopping me quickly enough, and shoulder straight into it.
I aid in this by, at the start, giving a full-on push.
What is this with you pushing? Why don't you go and do it? I can push you.
Big Hench. Big.
Am I successful?
Roll me a strength, and you can have a +1 for the little shove you've had.
Where's strength?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, top.
yeah.
13 plus 1, 14.
Give me athletics, actually. Sorry. Or you can just take you can take the previous roll. I just meant with the proficiency.
Oh right, what did I roll? A 10.
Mm.
So 15 and plus the 1 for the push, 16.
16. Okay. So as you kind of charge towards this, you've been shoved a little bit. You go flying towards it and collide with it, and there's probably a few that break from the strength of you colliding with it. Maybe a couple snap, although I think probably with the force of running into it. Roll me a d4 of bludgeoning as these break, and
I'm sorry.
your head is a little bit sore.
A 1.
That's all right then. You know, nothing to you, I'm sure.
Okay.
But a few of them do break, so it seems like it's weakened. A few of them snap off.
I charge down. I prepare. You said you were going to push me? Here's your chance.
That was a joke.
3, 2. Are you ready to push me?
No, I am going to cut through it.
Okay. 3, 2, 1. I charge.
Roll me a strength or athletics check. You're gonna stand there looking probably very like.
He's just standing there with his glaive, like.
What did you roll?
3.
Oh, that's really fantastic. I'm going to say you run and you think, let's go for the weak spot where Thrash has snapped some of these icicles. There's a bit of a gap now. Maybe I can fit through. So I'm saying you run and you jump and you leap through and you just kind of go like and get stuck inside, half hanging out either side.
Gideon.
Just kind of dangling.
I grab your ears and try pulling.
Gideon, this is not helping.
I'm going to get revenge for the push because I view it as you not helping me but you pushing me, and I'm going to push you or give you a good kick from behind and take that.
I do like, as a loomer, like birds don't have visible ears. So you probably think like, well, that's what these must be for. Or something. You're like, these are quite handy handles.
Perfect place to grab on.
As you, so you're preparing to push him through.
Give him a kick, actually. I'm going to hold the bars either side and I'm going to kick him, with a bit of a push kick. Get my boot, foot, whatever on his backside and give him a proper shove.
Antonious, are you, as you're watching this, do you feel like, what are these people you've happened upon? Like, is there anything would you like to do? Or?
There's a lot going on already, isn't there? In there, so he's just going to wait and just sort of stand until they've kind of run out of energy.
Tire themselves out.
Yeah,
doing their job for you.
How much does this hurt?
Roll me an athletics.
For the boot up the...
Yeah, boot up the bum. What we got?
Ear pull as well.
I've got a 25.
Is Gideon like... So you're pulling on one end.
I'm pulling on his ears, yeah. 13 pulling on his ears.
Great. I think as you give him a right old welly, you're going to pop through, kind of like... You know, like a bottle, if you kind of like put your thumb in, you can like pop it out or something. There's that like sound. There's a visible, audible, an audible pop as you just go flying through and probably become a bit of a tumbleweed with Gideon rolling around, but you sail straight through.
Thanks, Thrash.
Me next, and I'm going to stick my head through for my ears to be pulled.
Gideon's he's still getting up, spitting feathers as he goes. He's gonna put his hand out, his wing hand, as if for Thrash to take it. But Thrash doesn't seem to be getting it, I don't think. No, So he grabs you by the ears and guides you through as gently as he can.
Am I going to fit?
I feel like with that 20, with 25, probably cause some like icicle damage as well. That was taken along with Benedict. There's probably more room, but you are quite large. So you might at least begin to have a bit of get a little bit stuck maybe at the beginning. You can roll me athletics as Antonious watches on continuously.
It's another 25.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Sure, like just pure brutal strength. You just, pull yourself through and shatter the last icicles. Gideon, you're not sure whether that was you or whether that was obviously all you.
Gideon.
I'm now gonna believe that like if you pull something by the ears, it's a really like good. I'm gonna write that down as something learned.
I'm sure this won't come back to bite anyone in the future.
Yeah, I'm gonna have so much fun.
So the icicles are gone, or is there still some there?
There's still some there, but it's fit through Goliath, so...
Okay, yeah. Well, he will sigh and push through.
Give me a strength check to see if you can so I can push through. It'll be quite easy.
Just like a straight strength?
Athletics as well.
Oh, that was 8.
Oh, 8. I would say with the amount of damage that is done, you'll be able to get through still, but you're probably going to get caught on a few things. So do you have anything like loose, like maybe your armor?
Well, I guess it's cape.
Oh, cape, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Maybe I think you kind of get through and you're kind of trying to push through. Maybe your cape gets a little bit tangled in one of the icicles and wrapped round. You kind of feel something tugging you, and you think maybe from your I don't know, maybe when you feel something like that, you're like ready to go. So you kind of feel something tug you from behind.
Thrash, help.
No.
Thrash is going to go towards to sort of take the helmet off to then pull by the ears. So I'm coming at you to take your helmet off.
Don't touch
Thrash, help.
No. I will do it myself. And he like digs his glaive into the ground and pushes himself forward.
Benedict kind of just stands there and claps.
Give me another athletics check to see if you can pull your cape free.
15.
15. That's fine. You manage to stick in your glaive and give yourself a big heave, and your cape seems to undo the knot that is created.
We'll check it. Is there a hole? Okay.
You didn't roll low enough for that. You rolled a 1 on the other hand, maybe.
Right. I'd like to take stock of this cave, have a look around. Is it just a straightforward path?
Give me an investigation check as you kind of look around this cave.
10.
Okay, I mean, the light's filtering through, but not a lot of it, especially it's getting fairly dark now. So you're trying to spot bits around. There's some of the walls, like, there's like kind of like blue ice that's glowing a little bit, giving a faint light, but there's not much light at all here. So you guys are potentially struggling a little bit to see, or at least you're struggling a little bit to see in the low light. But you would see that further into the cave, there continues all these like icicles from the ceiling. I'm saying icicles because I can never remember which way around stalagmites and stalactites go, but lots of little icicles from the ceiling. And you can see further in there's this like large like boulder of ice, this large lump with some texture in it, and there's a few kind of little. It's got like what might look like, there's like a word in my head here. You know when you like go to someone's like died or something, and you like go and they've like let some flowers down or something. Like, what do you call that? It's like a word in my head. Like you're like a little
memorial.
Yeah, some sort of. There's kind of like, oh well, I'll just try and use a different word. It's kind of like some little like a little clearing. There's 4 kind of different clearings, and in the middle of the kind of clearings on the floor where I've seen other places, there seems to be some like carved symbols into the kind of into the floor, and but you can't quite make it out maybe in the darkness. I say with a 10 what those symbols are.
Do you see a way forward?
I can't see a way forward, but there's some type of symbol or writing up there. I don't know if any of you could take a look.
I go forward, and I try and look at the symbols to try and know what they are.
Give me an investigation check.
What's my rolls?
Good rolls today. Will.
No. There's a 8.
Fortunately, it's pretty dim as well. Maybe you're kind of struggling in the light to really tell what these symbols are.
Okay, Antonious, go and look at the symbols.
You certainly can. Investigation check. Thrash, just you see these 3 all kind of heads together, looking down at these.
9.
Yeah, not really sure.
A 9.
9.
Except
no.
you, buddy.
Turn it into a 9.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you guys are all a bit stumped. It's a bit dark. Maybe even like as you guys all gather together to look at it, you're blocking out even more light.
I can see in darkness, actually.
You got dark vision.
Yes.
Ah, okay. Someone else have dark vision.
No, I don't think I do.
No, extra human. Okay. Well, with dark vision, actually, you might be able to tell a little bit of what in the lower light. So, give me advantage to roll again. See if you can tell. Sounds like you're throwing a cabbage around.
I think it's supposed to represent like blood. But...
Oh, I see. Well, that's kind of wet sounding, kind of cabbage, I suppose. 18, that is much better. Is your kind of dark vision senses kind of a tune in? You can kind of see, at least this first symbol you've gone up to, seems to be like the symbol of a snowflake. It seems to have that kind of pattern, that kind of spiral pattern out. But it's a fairly large pattern. But it's just clear, whereas everything else is frosty. This is just kind of like the rock, just like here, and it has kind of like a lip, almost like an altar or something, a tiny bit raised, but not by much. But that seems to, at least that one you can see. But you're able to see the other ones, but at least you can see this one has a snowflake on it.
Okay. The symbols, do they give the vibe of like some kind of magical or religious iconography, or?
Give me a Arcana check.
Oh, well, I have that proficiency.
Ooh, well, that's very good.
No, in Arcana I don't. No, I do actually. It was 9 anyway.
9. You're not sure if it is. You're not aware of what it'd be.
Looks like a snowflake.
Oh.
Thrash cold. Why wait?
Thrash forward.
And go.
In fact, I can somewhat draw it out for you guys to have a bit more of an idea.
Yeah, because what else is in the room? It's like a big ice boulder in the middle.
Yeah.
Towards the back, there's this kind of ice boulder with texture on it. Get a tissue here. And you got 4 of these kind of like altar platforms type thing. There we go.
So do the like altar platforms give the impression that they've got something to do with the ice boulder? Like, do they seem connected?
They could be.
Okay.
We'll do rub that out please for now. And I'll say you guys have come in into, we'll say that's the mouth cave. You guys have come in. And you'll see these kind of, it's not symmetrical. one wonky apparently. And you kind of see some kind of textured ice ball further down. Let's kind of close it off, but that kind of gives an idea. So we can say you guys are all kind of around this first one here, and you see that kind of snowflake on it. But it's just empty. There's nothing on it.
And what do the other altars have on them then?
Yeah, I'd say with your 18, you kind of look around, and you'd see that one has a snowflake. This seems to have a symbol of a flower. You see that symbol, and
Is that the sun? It looks like the
certainly
sun.
could potentially be. That looks like it could
A
be
leaf? Or
a sun,
turtle?
and there looks like maybe a leaf.
old Joe's appeared.
But out of all of these, when you look at them, they all look bare. There's nothing on them apart from the one with the flower, and that actually has, you find, growing out of the center of it is actual flower. So it's got like red petals. In fact, I even had a little.
Do you think this is to do with the seasons?
You said old Joe told you to convince his friend it is winter?
It sounds like his friend will wake up in the winter.
Yes.
So we should do something with this snowflake.
Well, agreed. I think we need to get rid of the flower.
Thrash, smash.
Not yet. We need to do something with the flower. Potentially thrash smash. Potentially. And we need...
Theoretically. Hypothetically. Don't lie.
Too many syllables.
And then we need to put something, potentially, some ice, maybe one of the icicles, on the snowflake, is what I'm thinking.
Let us try.
Yes. Thrash. Smash.
Maybe we should try the icicle first.
Oh, okay. Potentially the icicle first. Thrash. Grab.
What do I grab? Have I understood what you're pointing at?
I point at one of the icicles. I was like, Thrash. Grab.
Okay, I'm going to grab the icicle, not your finger this time.
Okay.
Yeah, I can grab an icicle to pull it off the ceiling.
Yeah, you can do that. Fine. Give me an athletics check. The idea of you setting up a hole, just pull my finger joke.
Was it an athletics?
Yes.
I've got 9. I'm probably a bit tired from pushing through there.
You spent all your energy smashing through all these, but you can't muster the strength to get another icicle, to break another icicle at this point.
I think there are icicles out over there that were broken. No? From all the icicle rings that have broken when we came in.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're grabbing from the ceiling, but there we go.
Oh, look, we have a smarty pants here, don't we?
He's going to pick up some icicles from the ground and go over to the altar.
Yeah.
And just lay it down.
Yeah, you can put them down onto the altar.
You see, with my guidance, you were able to do this. I'm proud of you, my son.
Yes.
I then walk over to the flower.
Okay, there's a little blue icicle.
And I attempt to try and rip the flower up.
Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll a check. I think you beat the flower.
Are you sure?
You can. No. Other than you just face planting to the ground, you've pluck this? How do you do this? Are you going to pluck it or are you just going to smash? It's a beautiful, dainty flower.
I kind of like pick it up as if I was like holding a wine glass, and I just gently just go, and I take it to the side, and I plant it down. I just lay it down. I think it might be time to wake the beast, don't you think?
Well, okay. I was going to say something that I thought I can leave you guys to talk, but yeah, we'll say as you guys do that, you kind of hear some rumbling from that large boulder that was at the back. It kind of moves and shakes, and the ground kind of rumbles a little bit. A few icicles just kind of jump around, and it kind of unfolds into what seems like not quite a humanoid shape, but it's almost getting there. A few kind of ice chunks form together into a vaguely human shape, and it'll kind of look at you all, and then one like fraction of ice below where maybe its face would be kind of drops down, and then just a big and you don't see any like features on its face, but it at least swivels, looking you assume around at you all.
Thrash is very uncertain about this. He's going to sort of just point a club at it and ask, friend, foe?
Maybe.
Gideon surreptitiously approaches.
Yes, you will follow.
I will also.
Hesitantly stammers out, Nice to meet you.
How long have you been holding on to that one for?
He wants to look cool, but he's quite frightened.
I can't understand. Hello there, my good sir.
Oh. Nice to meet you too. So very low, deep rumbling. I kind of feel your body almost kind of vibrate, and it's low tone.
We were wondering if you could help us get our hands on a frost shard.
Frost shard. Almost takes in the surroundings, kind of like as if they've been slumbering for a fair while. As it's currently spring, so it's not been slumbering for a super long time, but at least a few months, I can imagine. A frost shard. How's he going to do this? I think they'll pluck off like part of their shoulder, like this chunk of ice, like in exchange for story of the cold. I will give you what you desire. I find they soothe me.
Well, who wants to take this one?
Did the turtle tell you a story?
No. I think he just wants a story from one of us, to be honest.
About the cold?
About the cold, yeah. Do you have any bad winters? No.
Thrash, cold.
Thrash is cold. We could say that.
Well, one thing you might not know is birds. Sometimes when it's cold, we go and fly to where it's warm. Not that there's anything wrong with it being cold, it's just we get a bit chilly. And I did that once. I went on a little holiday and it was nice, but I bet it was nice where it was cold as well, so no offense or anything.
Really trying to dance around offending him. I literally travelled miles to escape the cold, but the cold's fine.
I guess that's really more a story about not being cold.
Okay,
guys.
that is. How about this? You give us the flashlight, or you will be a million pieces.
Oh,
And you want
kind
to
of-
roll intimidation to try and frighten him into giving him the flashlight.
You may roll intimidation.
Oh, 11.
I kind of, I walk up to you and I kind of like grab your shoulder. It's like, I don't think that's the way to do this, my son. You're not following the right path here.
Which path is that?
I walk forward. I kind of look at him.
It'll put the chunk of ice back into his shoulder. And you're like, not ice to meet you.
I kind of walk forward. I try to be as confident as I can be in the face of a frost giant. I will tell you a story then. Long ago, back in my days, it was a terrible winter. Not because it was cold.
I really like the cold.
But blizzards were everywhere. Like, you'd walk out the door and you just couldn't actually walk out the door because there was that much snow. So you'd have to like climb and like swim through the snow. And basically this one time, my cat decided to, from the roof, like being serious, from the roof, jump into the snow and just went. I've never seen it since, but that was a wonderful day.
Was the cat fine?
The cat went to a better place.
It was a wonderful day that your cat died.
Shush.
Is that because are you lying?
Yes.
Give me a deception for your story. Oh, continued bad rolls, I assume. Oh, well.
Okay, that is a 7.
You're fortunate that I rolled a nat 1, so
Oh.
not the sharpest block of ice, I suppose.
He's just woken up.
Yeah, he's got
Maybe not
it.
his
He's
sharpest.
fine.
We're not as sharp as right in the morning, you know. I got called about a job the other day, like an interview, but they called me at like 9, and I woke up. I was like, "Who is this?" And let's go for an interview. I was like, "Yeah, brain turn on." Making me think about that. Seems to enjoy your story. A good offering. He'll take the ice chunk off again. Please me with another story, please. That seems to have made him a bit happier again, despite the threats.
What he want?
Story.
Story. Spit on it. Story.
Story.
Good story.
Good.
Of cold. Of winter.
Cold.
Thrash. Story about cold from in here.
Fire. Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fire bad.
Many years ago was one of the worst winters. It was long blizzards. I quite enjoyed the lovely blizzards, but I know some of your kind are less positive, as I can tell, of the cold. It is natural. Your bodies are warm, but that was one of the most beautiful days, as the hail, the size of a small pebble. I don't know. I'm trying to think what's good.
Not
I was
golf
going
ball.
to say like fist, but I was like, no, golf ball, no. I play golf on the weekend. It was quite the sight, and I walked for days and went much further than this mountain than I do. I hold that memory dear.
Sounds like a good memory. Could you tell us more about the memory?
Penguins, they live in cold. Love it.
Mm.
What is penguin?
It's a bird and it can't fly. It's not a very good bird, but it loves the cold. I'm digging a hole again. Anyone want to stop me?
It just keeps going into like, I don't like the cold.
It's not a proper bird, but you know, it likes the cold.
Real birds don't like the cold.
I think you're great.
Give me a persuasion check for your sheer ability to suck up.
Look
to
at those
this.
muscles.
Damn, you're in the gym.
Yeah.
Sweet. 5.
Oh, God.
With your persuasion. Oh my gosh. Your attempt to, usually trying to, I was going to use the phrase a bit, lick an ass, to try and, but you don't. It's almost like licking a frozen flagpole here. So you don't want to be licking this. This is not working out. He seems to, I don't know. You get a feeling he wants more of like a lovely, like something emotional, and you feel like maybe little facts aren't quite what he's looking for. He seems to be quite pleased from the kind of emotional story from Benedict, from his past.
There are people suffocating at the moment because they are turning to stone and will die forever. You bore us with your inane stories.
But that reminds me of snowmen. People you make out of snow.
No, we need the frost shard to create the
no,
potion
we do not.
to revive the people who were turned to stone.
That'll do later. I've got another story for you.
Oh my God, these people will be dead.
Hey.
Yes, why didn't you chat about your dog who also fell in the snow?
How'd you know?
It was actually a cow. So on the way here, we came across this deer. I don't know why I just went into it, right? But it was a fiery mess. We don't like the fire because it will hurt people like you.
Fire bad.
Fire bad. So what we do back in the day is we'd grab snow, we'd roll it up into a ball, and we'd just throw it down a hill. It would just gradually make its way down, getting bigger and bigger and bigger, till it was about the size of you, because you're hench. And it would part of the fire. We'd all be happy, we'd all be cheerful because of snow, because of the cold, because it brought us together. It brought unity. Just like we're unifying now over the beauty that is the cold.
You turned to you, Antonious. Patience is important. I know your friends are in danger, but you would like my friend old Joe teaches how to not rush, but choose the right path. Thank you for your story. He'll pass you to the little ice chunk here. Then. It's the little frost shard.
I put it. Where can I put it? I put it in my
like
loincloth.
Oh, thanks. A piece of you into my private. You've got an ice cube in your underwear now.
Yeah. Yes.
Do you have a backpack or anything?
No. It's a bit chilly.
It's either into your socks or into the loin. Oh no.
Oh.
Excellent.
Man on a mission.
Well, thanks. No, really, thanks. That's very good of you. Want us to leave a...
Let's talk more walk.
We're just going to go, actually. Yeah.
I kind of do like a stay frosty.
Very good.